Welcome. Testing. Okay, there you go. Welcome everybody. As promised, Q&A, 1:00 Sunday. I don't care if it's football season. I don't care. The right people will still come in my room, my chat room, or my live session, whatever. Welcome everybody. Welcome. As promised, I always come through. I waste nobody's time. If I say I'm gonna do something, I do something. Because one thing I do understand now is that once I became debt-free, the number one thing in my life is the time in my life. So as long as I respect mine, I respect others. Welcome. All right, let me get this set up here. Get my notes out. Welcome. All right, let's get that down there. DTN window cleaning, right on schedule. You're right, Ulysses. You know as well as I know, time is the most valuable thing on earth. I don't waste my time, nor do I waste others. If I promise something, that's what I do. Best version, welcome. Hyphy, welcome. As promised you guys, I will never waste your time. Because if I tell people I'm gonna do this, right, and they take the time, think about it, reschedule their day to show up on the computer. I don't care where they're at, on their phones, whatever, right? At 1:00, I want them to be able to look at me and say, Linnell, LJ, most people call me LJ for those of you who don't know. Hey, Linnell says what he's going to do on time. No excuses, unless I get in a car accident, that's different. But other than that, hey, I'm showing up. Like I said, I want everybody to understand consistency when it comes to LJ, period. You schedule a meeting with me, I'm going to be there. I'm going to call you right on time, period. Welcome. Those of you that are new to my channel, my name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. Now, the debt matrix is a place where I lived for the first 40 years of my life. I'll be 50 in December, but my eyes finally opened up and realized if I didn't stop financing things, I'm financing depreciating objects, I was never going to get ahead. That's where everybody lives. They live in the debt matrix. I was living in there with millions of people. 85% of Americans live in the debt matrix and don't even know it. Okay. I woke up, discovered financial freedom. And now I created this channel. I created my brand. I created my business to show everybody what it's like. I want everybody to experience this type of freedom, man. I want you guys to understand that the secret to becoming rich is calling it a secret, because it's not a secret. Whoever invented this system, somebody invented this system. I want you guys to understand, somebody invented this system. They hid it in plain sight. They used just grade school math and said, just like this, hey, I don't know this for sure, okay? But it just seems logical, okay? Let's call becoming rich a secret so people will believe it's a secret, even though it's not a secret, but the secret is calling it a secret. See what I'm saying? And it's not a secret. You can become rich, wealthy, whatever you want to, everybody's version of rich is different. But the most valuable thing on earth is your time. When you become wealthy is this, that's a side part of wealthy is having a lot of money. But the main core of becoming wealthy is owning the time in your life, owning the majority of the time in your life. Before I get started, I want to thank everybody that believes in me and trusts in me by calling me up for, not calling me up, but scheduling a consultation with me, the donations, the emails, especially the people that write me and tell me how I changed their life, man. It's very emotional, because it's not only monetarily, it's the emotions that come with it once you see, and you'll see, because of it'll click. It'll click in your mind, be like, oh, that's what it was. That's why I was staying here. No matter how much money I made, I just was not getting financially ahead. It will click. And once it clicks, it'll be emotional because and when I say emotional, because you'll start going back and seeing all the financial mistakes you made, the things you financed and bloggity blah, and that's just part of the process. And for those of you that do not know what I do, I want to make sure this is clear. I create a financial plan for you, a plan that puts things in order on how to pay off your debt. Okay. I teach you how to pay off your own debt. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Jonathan, I'm ready for you whenever you're ready. This is why I do this, Jonathan. I want everybody to know when you're ready, you'll come to me. There's no rush. One day you're going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're going to be like, I'm about to call LJ. Okay. I'm tired of hearing what this financial freedom is like. I'm tired of hearing about it. I want to be it. I want to be in it. I want to bring everybody over here. Everybody. Today's video is just simply answering any and all personal finance questions that you may have. I want you guys to understand when you come here, this is the safe zone. This will never be a place where you come and be belittled or made to feel stupid because you don't know about something. If you don't know your tax bracket or you didn't know not to finance this and that and get an FHE, this is the place to say, I'm going to show you why. And because I translate that into, by you asking me, you're telling me you want to know. That's why you're asking that question. That's what I'm here to do for you. I'm here to change your life forever. Look at me, you guys. I'm not joking. This is consistent. There is nothing in the world like this financial freedom. Tell him, DTN Professional Cleaning. Tell him. He's not even 30 yet. And he already knows what it's like. Hey, DTN, Ulysses. I'm getting more 30-year-olds reaching out to me, man. I promise you, man. Like Fresh Prince CEO, he's your age. And I got a couple of other guys that are just your age. They're waking up, man. I'm blowing their minds. Please do not forget to like this video. I have a link under each and every video for a free 30-minute consultation. Okay. On your time, I'm in East Coast time zone. When you schedule it at DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. Put in a date, time, your phone number, and a brief overview of your financial situation. So when we get on the phone for your consultation, we can get straight into it. No wasting no time, right? I don't want you to have to repeat yourself, everything. Plus that gives you time to just kind of write down all your thoughts. Because like I said, it's a lot, but just get to the main points. This is where I teach you, like when you don't know about money, right? And you try to jump on to YouTube and all this other stuff, right? It's very confusing, right? This is the place. Look at me as the person that creates the foundation for your financial future, okay? I create the base. And how I do that, how I create the foundation, I use basic grade school math, the same stuff they taught us all in grade school. I start there. I am the person you come to see before going to see your financial advisor, before going to see your tax person, before going to see your investor. I'm the person you go to see before that person. Okay? Let me give you an example of what I mean. For example, I hate when I say things twice. I hate it when I do that because I'm always trying to think of the next thing I'm going to say. Anyway, imagine, this is what I want you to do. Say like you're getting ready to go see an investor, okay? This is the only thing I want you to do. I want you to go get your total debt, because don't worry, if you don't know your total debt, it's okay to say, I don't know how much in debt I am. Okay, that's okay. That's all part of the process. Go sign up for Credit Karma, okay? Click on, once you sign up and you get in there, click on accounts. And as soon as you click on accounts, you'll see right away how much debt you're in, all right? Write that down on a piece of paper. Hey, Quentin, how you doing? What up? How you doing? you'll see your total debt. You don't even have to look, because a lot of people don't even want to look at all the stuff they owe, right? Just look at the number and take that total debt and write it down on a piece of paper, okay? And then go see your investor. Now, this is how you're going to pick the right investor, okay? As soon as you walk in their office, they're going to have you sit down, do whatever they do. You're going to see all the pretty plaques on the walls, the children's pictures on the desk, whatever, all the things to impress you. I get it, whatever, right? And then you hand him that piece of paper. Before he starts telling you whatever he's going to tell you, you say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Investor, here's how much debt I'm in, right? And hand it to him, okay? I want you guys to understand, whatever that debt number is, that means you're in a negative. That means you are below zero, okay? Now, a good investor is going to look at that number and say, oh, that's where you need to start. Okay, you need to invest in yourself first. And he's going to hand that piece of paper back to you, right? And then that's the good investor, because he's telling you the truth. But if you hand this piece of paper to an investor and then he goes to say, hey, yeah, don't worry about that right now. Why don't you invest in this and that and this and that, and then take the return? And then the higher return is the student loan interest is this, but you'll be earning this over there and this and that. And then I want you to go ahead and let him run through his whole big act. And then I want you to say, Mr. or Mrs. Investor, how am I supposed to invest in anything you suggest when my finances are in the negative? Where's that money coming from? Where's the money coming from that I'm going to invest in everything that you've just shared with me? You have to borrow the money. That's what they have to tell you. There is no other answer. You have to borrow the money because your finances are in the negative. So you have to borrow it from somewhere. And if you borrow money from somewhere to invest in whatever he or she's talking about, and guess what? That money that you borrow will be added to that negative number on that piece of paper that you brought with you in your pocket. So say like that negative number was $100,000. Whatever amount of money you will borrow, say like you had to borrow $20,000 to invest in whatever that person's telling you. Now you're going to be negative $120,000. Okay. Do you understand? It's just mathematics. Hey, I ain't doing nothing fancy. That's how you pick the right investor. Or the first investor that I told you, say, hey, you need to invest in yourself first. Right. And if you say, you know what? Forget that, because I'm not saying that the investor themselves don't know how to invest. I'm just saying avoid the ones that mess up on the number one rule, investing in yourself first. Okay, because it's just business. Now, if you tell the person, the investor that hands that piece of paper back to you and say you need to invest in yourself first, if you say, nah, I want to go ahead and invest anyway. I know I have to borrow the money. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Long as you know going in, okay, that's all I'm saying. As long as you know going in. But if the right investor tells you that you need to invest in yourself first, you go, that's the investor you need to go with once you get out of debt. That's when you come back to me. I create the foundation. So when you're ready to go see the right professional, because I encourage people to go see professionals, hey, check it out. Just don't take my word for it. Okay, I don't think I'm the almighty financial God guru. No. Take my information and go to a professional with it. I have a client. I ain't gonna say their name. I'm gonna let that person say his own name or whatever, right? He took my information to a professional CPA. That CPA was impressed with what I did for that person. And he made a video of it for me so I could see him talking to that professional that professional CPA. I was like, cool, man, that's exactly what I want you to do. Just don't take my word for it. Confirm everything. And check it out. If you're a person that comes into my channel right now, this live channel, and you don't agree with me, if you can disagree with me professionally, you can do it in this room. I don't even want you guys to be scared, because I want everybody in the room to see it. Now understand, when you do that, as long as you do it professionally and courteous and respectively, you can come in this room and disagree with me. But remember, the whole audience is looking. Okay. And I have math on my side. I won't I won't lose or whatever. It's really not even a competition, really. And that's not even, I'm not even bragging about that. Math will always be on my side. DTN, hey, Linnell, what do you got to say about the people that say we are trying to take the easy way out by not financing anything because they feel we just have to finance a car or house? Or I say like this, DTN, Ulysses. I say don't finance anything, but the majority of people can't finance a house. I mean, they can't pay pay cash for a house. I say the only thing you finance is a house. What type of loan? Whatever mortgage is the best mortgage on the market, that's the only loan you are going to get for a house. Okay? And I promise you, I promise you this, okay? Now, most people go into the bank crossing their fingers, hoping they're going to get the loan. Like, ooh, I really hope I get it. I really hope I get a good interest rate. You know, they're crossing their fingers, okay? When you walk into the bank with no debt, cash money, okay, they wouldn't dare insult you with anything less than the best. You're walking in knowing that you're going to get the loan. You're just determining if you're going to get it from them, because you're going to already do the research before you go to the bank and be like, okay, best interest rate right now on mortgages is this. Okay, you walk into the bank and say, I want a mortgage from you at this interest rate. Why? Because that's what the Fed said the interest rate is right now, so that's what I want. No? Okay, well, I'm going to the next bank to get it. You're not guessing. ATL, Linnell, they can't disagree with math. You were talking math, and math does not lie. That's true. Math never lies. Everybody in this room can just pull out the calculator app on their phone and see if Linnell's lying or making stuff up. I guarantee you, my math on my calculator is going to match your math, and that's all you got to care. Remove all emotions. It doesn't matter. This is what it sounds like when you mix your feelings and emotion with money. If I was your boss, okay, and I handed you your check, and your check was $100 short, and you turned to me and said, hey, boss, LJ, what's up with my check? It's $100 short. It's $100 short. What's up with that? And I turned to you and said, yeah, I saw that when I was signing it. I did. And I felt really bad about that it was $100 short. I feel really, really bad about that. You would look at me like I'm crazy, right? You'd be like, well, I don't care how you feel about it. I want my $100. Exactly. That's how it sounds outside the debt matrix when you mix your feelings with your money. Hello, Hassan. Welcome, man. Welcome. I'm answering any and all personal finance questions. Again, and if you come in here and you disagree with what I'm saying, as long as you can do it respectfully, hey, have at it. I don't have nothing against that. But remember, everybody's watching. Okay? I came up with a few topics, okay? And I want you guys to kind of roll with. Hey, Mark, how you doing, man? Hey, it was nice talking to you this morning too, man. Very good talk. That was a very good talk. Mark was a client of mine that had his hour consultation after the regular initial session, or whatever you want to call it, right? Now, there is, the best way I can describe it, you're going to need to talk with me after you start the session. You will have to talk because you're going to be going through a bunch of things. Hello, Love Seat Shorty. Danielle, good morning, SR. And this is an important piece of the equation. I promise you, that's why I always schedule an hour for the following month. So if I set you up, I set you up with a plan, you start going through it for the first month, I guarantee you're going to have some questions on both monetarily, and you're going to be going through a certain set of emotions. And when I say emotions, I mean, once you start to see and your eyes open up, you're going to be looking back at all the things that you financed and things you couldn't see, et cetera, et cetera. And you're going to be starting to get upset at yourself because you didn't see it before. That's all part of the process. Don't worry about that. That's why I talk to people after the fact. Okay. That's very important. Now I was as we wait on questions. Now remember, anybody can interrupt me at any time for a question. Okay. I'm just saying some things during this so that we don't just have blank air. Okay. All right. I came up with something. Red Shark. Hello. Let me look this up 1 second here. Let me check this out here. I'm saying 2 weeks, divide 5 weeks. Okay, what I want you to do, if you're curious about something, I'm gonna let you guys really figure out how much you're really making per hour. All right. Now, first of all, gross income means your money before taxes are taken out. That means the money you see on your check that you wish you brought home, that's gross income, okay? Your net income is the amount of money you bring home, your check, the amount of money that's deposited in your bank account or whatever, right? Now, say it like you get paid every 2 weeks, all right? What I want you to do is this. For 2 weeks, I want you from paycheck to paycheck. For 2 weeks, I want you to keep every receipt that you spend money on, right? And I want you to add up every tax on every item that you spent money on, all the taxes, okay? Because taxes are money that just go away. You don't get to keep it, you know. But remember, these taxes are paid with your net income, money that has already been taxed once, okay? Now, for 2 weeks, you add up all the taxes of everything you purchased, everything, right? Now, I want you to take that total amount of taxes and I want you to minus it out of your net income, okay? Minus it out of your net income. And then I want you to divide that net income by 5 days because you work 5 days a week. And then I want you to divide that into 8 hours for 8 hours a day. That is going to tell you how much money you make an hour. Yeah, sure. I want something to eat. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, that's my woman, people. She's trying to be funny here because she's right here in the right here. I'm looking at them like, what? Yeah, sure. I'll take something to eat. Yeah, okay. She's not talking at the moment, so she's typing. Okay, that's she threw me off, but that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, because she's not facing me, and then all of a sudden I see that up. I'm like, oh, is that my other girlfriend? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Yeah, so anyway, I want you guys to do that. Did you guys hear what I said? I want you to do that. That is going to show you how much money you're really making an hour, because taxes you don't get to keep. You gotta pay. Okay. But don't get caught up. Taxes are the one that keep me down. And this is why I don't make money. This is why I'm not rich or whatever. Right. Don't worry about that. But I just want you to see something. Take the time to do that. And it's going to blow you away. SR, easier way. Look at the net income and the hours worked on the pay stub and divide. Made that. Well, what SR, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to, okay, so this is what I'm not taxes that are taken out of your check though, SR. I'm talking about the taxes that you pay outside. Like when you go to Home Depot and you buy a hammer, it's a $5 plus tax. You go to get a coffee and it's $3 plus tax. I'm talking about the tax outside away from your check. So that's why I said your net income, because that's already been money that's already been taken out. I'm talking about the taxes that you pay with your net income, not the taxes that are taken out of your check before you get your check. Okay, that's already a given. I'm talking about the taxes you spend when you pay your electric bill, when you buy a coffee, a hammer, you do whatever, right? All those taxes. Okay, if that's a little more clear. Yeah. See what I'm saying? See, that's what I know what you meant, SR. I knew what you meant because, yeah, if I said it that way with the taxes that are taken out of your check, yeah, that's real confusing. That's why I said start with your net income, money already, those taxes already taken out. Now go outside for the taxes you spend when you go just shopping, buy a shirt, get some gas, candy bar, whatever you spending, the taxes you pay. Now take those taxes, minus them out of your net income, and then do all the dividing. That's how much you'll be making an hour. That's how much you really make an hour. Love C Shorty. Debt ain't my daddy. Hey, Ulysses, are you still in the room? Can you post my email address? If you're still in the room, I'm not sure if you left, Ulysses. Love C Shorty. My information's my email is under every single video that I make. So you can look under every video and look up for an email address, and it's DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. Okay. Here, let me throw it in there. Okay, there you go. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, DTN's gonna post that for you, Love C Shorty. Shorty with a W. I said Shorty. Okay, and then when you email me, send a date, time, your phone number, and a brief overview of your financial situation. And by the way, I'm East Coast time. Okay, I'm East Coast time. But whatever time that works best for you, I will make it happen. All right. Now, as I'm waiting for any questions, mind you, this is a Q&A. Q&A. All right. As I'm waiting for the questions, I'm gonna just read to you some things that have just popped in my head for this particular live. Right now, say like most people believe that taxes are the one that's keeping them down, preventing them from being rich, preventing them from achieving financial success. Okay. Even those are just feelings, okay? It doesn't change anything. You don't pay taxes, you're going to prison, okay? Period. And you won't be making nothing but pennies making license plates, okay? Now say like, let me tell you how it works, okay? Say like, for the people that complain about that, say like the government said, hey, you know what? You're right. We'll tell you what. We're going to let you not pay taxes for a year. For 1 year. It wouldn't change the financial situation of the majority of the people that believe taxes are the very thing that's keeping them down. You know what they would do? They would believe they have more money, and then they would go out and finance more stuff. You think they would take that tax-free money and pay off debt? No, they're not. I guarantee you this. All you got to do is ask a person. Say like somebody had $50,000 in student loan debt, and somebody gave them $50,000. I guarantee you that person is not going to take that $50,000 and pay off the student loan debt. They're not. They're going to probably put a piece of it on there, probably put 5 or 10 on it, and then go buy some stuff with the rest. That's how it works. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they pay taxes or not. It doesn't matter. They're in a debt mentality. They live in a debt matrix. Please don't forget to like this video. Like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to donate. Hit the donation link underneath. I appreciate it all. And leave a note. Leave a note what I've done to change your life. Let me know, man. That's what drives me. Me and Mark, we had a very good conversation this morning. Very good, man. I'm glad that's why I scheduled that, because you can't tell him, Mark, you can't talk to nobody else about what we talked about, right? You can't really, they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't get it. Melody Santos, hello. I was laid off my job a few years back and haven't transferred my 401k to my new job yet. Would you recommend I transfer it over to invest it some other way? Or because right now it's just, yeah, transfer it over to your newer 401k. And remember, none of that money comes to you. You transfer from that 401k to your new 401k. Transfer. Okay? None of the money comes to you. When they say, hey, should we send you a check? You say, no. You transfer from here to there. Nothing. Okay? None of that money comes to you. Don't do that. But yeah, transfer it out of your old job. Okay? Good question. Thank you for asking, Melanie. Any other questions? I know this is football Sunday. I don't watch sports, by the way. That's why I'm on here. I have no interest in sports. Not that I don't like sports. For me, this is how I look at it. I don't really get enjoyment watching millionaires live out their dreams. That's how I look at it. I got my own dream to work on and fulfill, man. It's nice to look at them. Hey, but I don't get into all the stats and this and that. They're making millions of dollars living their dream, right? I need to have time to work on my own dream. I ain't really got time to be following them all the way through the whole season or whatever, right? Man, I got time for that. And my friends, they always try to talk about me throughout the years, especially on Facebook. Oh, L, you don't like sports. You're a sports hater. You're a Seahawks hater because I'm from Seattle. Oh, you don't like. It's not like or dislike. It's just a look at it. Check it out. I look at sports as a business. It's just a business to make money. They're not doing anything. If they win the championship and I go look at my bank account after they win the championship, nothing's changed in my bank account. So why would I get so hyped up and happy? And again, I'm not against anybody who's a sports fan. I'm just saying my version of sports. I just don't look at it that way, Now, back in the day, did I enjoy watching Michael Jordan play? Yeah, it looked like he was, doing ballet on the basketball court. It was interesting to watch, but I didn't really. And did I like Jordans? I like Jordan shoes. Yeah, whatever back then. But I didn't really go out and buy his jerseys and all this other stuff just to say I had Jordan's name all over. I just don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But nothing's wrong with it. I get it. It's business. It's business. Today's Q&A. Do I tell my tax person that contribute to 401? Hey, Rich Shark, you should get a slip. I don't know the actual slip name, but it'll show that you contribute. I think your paycheck should show that you're contributing to your 403B, right? Because it's pulled out of your money it's pulled out of your gross income. All right. That's all should be on your check statement. It'll see it. It'll be there. So you don't really have to tell your tax person anything. Once you provide the proper documents, they'll see it that you contribute to your retirement. So I don't think there's nothing that you have to do. SR, a lot of people playing professional sports are getting hosed by the people. Exactly. Hey, SR, you know what? This is what I want. But I know the youngsters that are just getting into the pros, they don't even know who I am. They wouldn't even understand what I'm saying. But if I could catch a pro player that just got into the league and teach them what I know, they would kill it. They would kill it. They would know what type of manager to pick. They would know how to do it. And they're only 18 because this is only basic math. They would kill it in the pros with their money. Because right now, they just go, hey, this manager's been around for a long time. Good. Look what he has. Look at his car. Look at his house. So they'll just assume that he must know what he's doing. Look at his stuff. But they have no idea. See what I'm saying? Man, that's my goal, to get a current professional player, or my ideal client, a young kid just getting into the league, teach them what I know. They will kill it. And nobody will know how they're doing it. Not a clue. End up broke. And yeah, they end up broke, man. I just don't. I would hate to see that, because you got to remember, I still want them they can still live the life they live, because you're young. You want to buy all that gold and rims, whatever, but you pay cash for it, not at full price. You know what I'm saying? Lemon Life. I have a friend that works at NJ Devil Stadium here in New Jersey, and he tells me that the advertising is $2 million for. Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive because they make billions, man. Think about it. The business of the NFL or whatever, it doesn't matter. NFL, NBL, or basketball, NBA, that's endless money. Whoever made up that business, you got dedicated people that really believe whatever team they choose is really their team. You got people believing that. People are getting in fights over that, talking about other teams. They will get in physical fights over something that they don't even own. That just, I mean, they pack the streets, tear up the city because of their team. Hey, I personally could not do that. That just doesn't make sense to me. I didn't get paid. I don't know. But again, I'm not a sports fan. I'm not knocking sports fans, whatever, it just doesn't make sense to me. And that's my opinion. They're getting 50K checks and trying to keep up with exactly. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. Lemon Life, how can we get in on that advertising revenue? Ooh, that's it. I mean, you're saying, Lemon Life, you're saying something. I think that you got to have money to play in there. I mean, you just got to have money to get in that kind of advertising revenue, because they're spending that kind of money because it's going to come back. It's going to come back to them. They're not spending $1 million just to lose. They're going to get it back because they know when, like the Super Bowl advertising, I think that's the time that those prices are like that, especially during Super Bowl, because of how many people you're going to reach. What I teach is not sexy. It's so simple, people don't even believe it. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? What I teach is so simple, people don't believe it. I always hear this. Oh man, Linnell, it ain't that simple. Yes, it is. No, it's not, man. It's not that black and white. Yes, it is. And then, when I hear that, this is what I think to myself. I keep telling you guys this, somebody invented this system, a family, a person, to make it so simple that people don't even believe it. Don't even believe it. I sent out a meme that says the average, whenever you hear the average, the average is made up of millions upon millions of people making the same financial decisions as one. Once you get out of debt, you're no longer part of the average and you're making money. So if you hear the average car payment is $550 a month and you don't have a car note, you make $550 more per month than the average. You see what I'm saying? If the average student loan payment is $393 a month and you don't have a student loan, you make $393 more per month than the average, the millions of people that have it. Do you see it? That's called phantom income. That is real. Ads are used to get more revenue. Exactly. Tania, I'm self-employed and do not have a 401k IRA. Is there something you recommend for me to do that? Yeah, there's called an independent 401k for entrepreneurs and self-employed people. And the good thing about that, I just read about that, and I'm gonna make sure I get the more details about that, because when you work for yourself and you work for yourself as an employee of your business, not only do you get to max out the 401k as an employee, as the employer, you get to use 25% of your business income also towards the 401k. Look up independent 401ks. They interchange two words, independent, and they use another word, but it means the same thing. Check that out. Just Google that. You'll know exactly what I mean. The ads are business. Yep, ATL's right. The ads are business expenses. Lemon, you teach the truth. I'm glad you're on. Thank you, Lemon. You know what? That's why it's so wonderful, man. That's why I teach you guys. I teach you guys the basics, easy, basic math. I want you to go to the professionals. Don't even just take my word for it. Go to the professionals, investors, accountants, and say, hey, I'm listening to this guy on YouTube. His name is LJ. And he says this. He says this simple formula will work for everything in my financial life. Savings minus debt equals whatever, right? So he said, if I add up all my savings and I add up all my debt and then go savings minus debt equals how much money I have in real life. Is that real? Is that for real? He says, when I'm ready to buy a house and I need to calculate how much, if I'm ready to buy a house, he says this, add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals how much money I have for a house. And my money's in the negative. Does that mean I'm in the negative? Does that mean I don't have money for a house? Is that true? Don't take my word for it. I promise you. Go see the professionals. I'm not a professional investor. I'm not a professional tax accountant. I'm not a professional lawyer. I'm not a professional nobody, except in professional in helping you invest in yourself first. So not exactly nobody. I mean, I'm a professional person to help you invest in yourself first. Everything, all your money starts with you. And check it out. All you got to do is believe your own math. That's it. Check this out. I want you guys to do something, okay? Just do this. This is how serious this is, and this is how rare I am. Okay? Open up your Google browser, and I want you to put in hashtag SavingsMinusDebt. You tell me what comes up. Tell me what comes up. And then when you only see me, I want you to go, how come I only see him? That's how rare this is. Welcome. Red Shark. Good question, man. Let me tell you how that works. I love this stuff. HSA is a health savings account, okay? As of this year, if you have a family, you can max out $7,000 in your health savings account. A health savings account can only be used for out-of-pocket medical expenses, okay? Anything medically related, you can use this. It's like they put all this money in, it looks like a credit card, right? You can use any for out-of-pocket medical expenses. So check this out. If you maxed out your HSA health savings account for $7,000, that money gets put into a special account earning interest. Okay, this is taken out before taxes, like your 401k. You could take that same $7,000 off of your annual income. Okay. And then when you pay for your out-of-pocket medical expenses, you use the card. Guess what you're using? 100% of your dollar. Now, normally, only people that are not in debt can do this. Okay, you can't. Once you're debt free, you can afford to put $7,000 in there, right? But check it out, because normally the people in debt, how are they paying for their out-of-pocket medical expenses? With their money that has already been taxed once, their net income. With your card, the government is basically saying, hey, if you put your money in this vehicle that we created, we will, I tell you what, we'll allow you to pay for your out-of-pocket medical expenses with no taxes. And we'll take that $7,000 off of your annual income, which is going to lower you in your tax bracket. That's like double dipping. That's called phantom income, people. Phantom income. That's how they work. Red Shark. I invest in my own. I don't use brokers. Say, hey, do what you need to do, ATL. That's what I'm saying. That's the best way. Understand it and do it. Danielle, I'm paying extra money towards my mortgage principal every month. It's interesting to see how the interest is higher in the beginning. Now, my question for you, Danielle, what type of mortgage do you have? Melanie, I love HSA. It's the best. Been using it for years. See? Hey, Red Shark, see what Melanie's saying? When people know what the benefit of that is, man, check this out. Melanie, too, I want you to listen to this. Imagine this. Imagine you have a couple, a married couple, both financially free, both having medical insurance for both. So one's the primary, one's the secondary, both maxing out HSAs and have a family. Guess what? You would never, ever be coming out of your pocket for anything medically related. Anything. Kids need braces. They get hurt. They need some kind of special jaw work or whatever that the regular insurance doesn't pay. You pay with the HSA. You won't be paying anything out of your pocket. Nothing. Oh, man, they need those special braces to do this and that. You just pull out the HSA card. Boom. There you go. It's covered. Done. Ooh, Danielle, you got a VA loan. Okay. That's considered a subprime mortgage, okay? If I was you, and I don't know if you got a 30-year term, okay? And only do this if you're financially free. What I would do is refinance out of that VA loan into a conventional loan. Okay, that's what I would do. Because they got VA loans. I think the VA loans is one of the loans that allow you to finance the whole house 100%. You know, and I know it sounds good, but it's not good. Okay, that's considered a subprime mortgage. Anything below the best mortgage on the market is considered subprime. Always look at it that way. Trina B, she uses HSA. Use that, baby. Use it. That's tax-free money. You pay for your out-of-pocket medical expenses. So if you pay with your own cash, your net income, and you say like the out-of-pocket medical expense was $1, I'm gonna keep it simple. Say like it was $1. You don't really have $1. You're using 70 cents because it's been taxed. So you got to come up with an additional 30 cents to make a whole dollar to pay that out-of-pocket medical expense, right? With your HSA, you're using 100% of the dollar because basically the government's saying, hey, we won't tax your out-of-pocket medical expenses if you use this card. Boom, done. SR seems to be a lot of people buy a house and then want to move within 5 years. So they never see the benefit of paying down the principal and getting equity at the house. SR, I know it sounds like that, but it all counts on how they purchased the house in the very beginning. How did they purchase it? Did they get the best mortgage? Did they have 20% or more to put down on the house? Because I tell you right now, if they didn't put 20% or more down on the house, they did it wrong. Okay. So if this is you and you're looking, 30-year fixed, Danielle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Get out of that VA. It's not a good thing. If you're looking to buy a house, right, and you really don't know if you're ready to buy a house, first of all, use my master mathematical formula. Hey, did you guys Google that yet? Did you Google that? Tell me what you see when you do it. Tell me what you see. You only see me. And that's on Google, baby. Oh, man. It all counts. If you're looking to buy a house, right, and you see a friend or a family member that said, hey, we just purchased this house. They love to tell you the price of that house, right? Ask them, how much did they put down on the house? If it wasn't 20% or more, and this is how you tell, this is the easy way to tell what is 20%. You just go open up your Google browser, and if you know the full price of the house or the sale price of their house that they just bought, you go 20% of the price of the house, and it'll tell you how much they should have came in cash. They should have came up with to put down on their house when they bought it. If they didn't put 20% more or down on their house, they did it wrong. I'm telling you guys, I make this simple. This ain't difficult. And remember, whatever I say, I encourage you to go see the professionals. Take this information, send them the link and say, hey, man, is LJ full of crap? Is he making this stuff up? Do it. Don't just take my word for it. Go do it. Any other questions? I'm loving the questions. I'm loving these Sunday sessions. Even though I know it's against the NFL rules, please don't forget to like the video. Free 30-minute consultation at DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. Date, email me the date, time, your phone number, and a brief overview of your financial situation so we can get straight into it during the consultation. I'm in East Coast time zone, by the way, okay? Please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. What happened if you don't use, no, not FSA, HSA, Red Shark. FSA is different. That's the one you don't use, you lose. I'm talking about HSA, okay? There's a difference. I'm glad you specified that. Not FSA, but HSA, okay? Now, does the amount of HSA change every year? That's up to the government. The government changes the limits and all that other stuff. Okay, they change all that. Like last year or the year before, I remember the maximum for a family was like, I believe it was it was 6,000 or 65, they upped it to 7 now. So it changes. I look every single year to make sure it's changed. Okay, see if it's changed or stayed the same. Let's see. What was Red Shark asking me? What happened if you? Well, it stays there. It stays in your HSA. I believe it accrues interest. It counts on what type of account. Don't quote me. I got to get some more details and information. I'm writing these things down so I can go research because I don't know everything. All right. So I'm going to look up what happens to your HSA when it just sits there. I'm pretty sure. And I'm gonna get more details on the individual 401k when you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself. I'm gonna get the more details on that. Any other questions? These questions are good. I love them. If you're just coming in, this is strictly a question and answer session. Anything based on personal finances, anything. This is the safe zone. This is the safe place. This is where you can come and not made to feel like you're stupid or dumb for not knowing something about your money, making a mistake on financing something. You did it wrong and you just now discovered that you did it wrong. It's okay. It's okay. You're still breathing, aren't you? You're still alive, right? You can change it anytime you want, anytime. I am the person that creates the foundation that you need. You don't even need to be a fancy guru in mathematics, and all you need to know is 5th grade math. That's it. That's the foundation. You just take it from there. Once you're financially free, if you've been in debt all your life, if you've been a person that says, hey, everybody has a car note, everybody has debt, everybody has a high cable bill, no, that's not true. That's what you believe. That's how you feel. That's not true. That's a feeling. You feel like everybody has debt. You feel like everybody has a car note. You feel like that. Savings minus debt equals freedom. Exactly. I like that, Mark. I might steal it. I might put that on a t-shirt. Savings minus debt equals freedom. It'll get everybody and their mama asking me about, what does that mean? What's that mean? Savings minus debt equals freedom. I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. Matter of fact, I think I am going to steal. I'm going to write that down, Mark. All right. Put that on my shirt. Everybody's going to be asking. James Stokes, when paying student loans, do you pay on the total balance or do you pay on the smallest loan? It sounds like by you asking that question, that means you got a whole bunch of student loans broken up. You start from the smallest to the largest. Okay. Smallest to the largest. You pay heavy on the smallest, pay minimums on the rest. But first, before you do that, James, this is a very important piece. You call the student loan place first and you tell them, hey, all the extra money that I will be paying during the month, you make sure you put that on principal, because if you don't, they're going to put all your extra money on interest. And how do you know if you're already doing this, James? This is how you know if they're doing it already. If your due date keeps getting pushed further and further and further out, you need to stop, call them and tell them to stop doing that, because you're throwing away your money. Now, don't ask me how that's even legal. I don't know how that's even legal. I don't, because who in their right mind pays extra to pay on the interest of a loan? Nobody does that. That's just a natural. They're playing on your natural thought of things, how normal things work. Hey, if I pay extra, that means my loan's going to go down fast. That's a natural process thought, but not with the student loan debt. It's not. You better call first. Thank you, Mark. Limit for life. My credit went up since I had paid off my student loan. What's my next step should be? Is your student loan was your last debt? Was that your last debt, limit for life? James Stokes. Oh, good question. Red Shark, did you check on the 96 lease? Hey, Red Shark, it's true. Check this out. I'm gonna let you guys see this personally. 1 second. They got 144-month car loans out there. Snow. Somebody just. Oh, what is that? Gosh, oh no, Snow. Cool. Just a sec. I'm gonna send you guys this link. I want you guys to see this with your own eyes. A friend of mine sent me this. It was he was like, man, you got to see this, L. You got to see this. I didn't believe it when he sent it to me. All right, check this out. Check this out. I want you guys to go click on it and scroll down, okay? And you tell me. Go check it out. 144 months. Oh no, 112. Excuse me, 112. SR I would think you would make the regular minimum payment and then any extra payment goes to the smallest loan amount. No, because you're going to be paying them off one at a time, SR. But you put them in order from smallest to the largest, pay heavy on the smallest until it's paid off. And then once that's gone, and then you move to the next one, the next one, the next, because the reason why you do that, because you're going to have more and more money for the next one and the next one because you're not paying for the previous one anymore. But like I said, make sure you call first. Oh, hyphy, it goes up to 112. You didn't scroll down far enough. It goes up to 112. Nothing. Okay, this is what you do. Now what you need to do is max out your 401k. And when I say max out, 19, I don't know how much you make a year. Okay. I'm just telling you the maxes of what you can do. You max out your 401k, you max out all pre-tax options. You max out your 401k, you max out your HSA. Okay. And then when you're done with that, I think you should be able to max out a traditional IRA. These are all pre-tax options. The reason why that is, you can lower yourself in your tax bracket, and the majority of taxes that people pay that you don't is money in your pocket. Okay. Red Shark, you got to be stupid. That don't even look like. Hey, Red Shark, when you create a business, that's you follow what businesses are doing. That's how you feel about it. Red Shark is it's a feeling. Okay. It's about business. Do I say this company is they're mean and evil? That's a feeling. It's business. There are people that do not care about paying those kind of car notes for that long because they only think about the payment. If I spread it out for 112 months, my payment will be really small. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. Are you guys seeing that? Yes, Danielle. Do you guys see that? That's business. Now, see how you guys are getting hyped up? Oh my God, that's a feeling. When you start your business, you look at the big boys. You see how they're doing it. You don't need to pay some big advertising guru. All you got to do is look at TV commercials. Like when a commercial comes on TV, put it on mute. And then you just watch the commercials. Watch the commercials on mute. Watch how the big boys do it. That's how you'll do with your business when you go to advertise. It's not even about the product. It's not even about the product. They flash the product on the screen, but I want you to see what they're doing to get the people to buy the product. They associate this stuff with the product when nothing has to do with nothing. It doesn't even have nothing to do with the product, but that's what sells. Have you noticed, like, you see that link I just sent you guys? Did you guys notice they went from, let me see. They went from 72 months to 96 months. You notice how they skipped the 84 months? Did you see that? You probably didn't even catch that. They went from 72 straight to 96. There's one more in there. There's 84 months. Why they skip the 84? I don't know why they skipped the 84, but they skipped it. Maybe to put you even deeper in debt. You probably didn't even notice that. They probably like, man, if they go for 72 months, we might as well just hook them onto the 96 right away. Skip all that. Let's make even extra money. And the people in the debt matrix, they won't care. All they're focused on is that shiny new depreciating object and small payments. That's it. Take notes. Oh yeah. Hey, hyphy. First of all, financing a car is one of the worst things, financial mistakes you can do in your life. Okay. All right. But in our society, it's normal. Okay. When you see interest rates like this with that many months, if you walked into the bank and you agree to a 96-month mortgage, 100, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know if you even crack your lips to say that. Forget the interest rate. 112 months tied to a car? You got to be crazy. There is no way. No way. That doesn't even include all the fees I'm sure they're throwing in a loan like that, because if you don't know, they're going to take full advantage of you that you don't know. 12 years. Why do you think they say it in months? See what Red Shark's saying? 112 months is 12 years. Why do you think they say it in months? Because people are too lazy to equal that. It doesn't 144 or 112 months doesn't sound like 12 years. See what I'm saying? 12 years? Are you crazy? Only the people that sign up for it. 84 months is 7. 96 months is 8 years. Wait, let me go back here. Oh, yeah, they skipped. Oh, check it out. They skipped from 96 because 96 months is 8 years. So they skipped 9, 10, 11, 12. They skipped 3 years and went straight 48, 40. Oh, they're skipping all the way through that plan. Holy crap. Oh, that's so, I feel sorry for people to do that. But they wouldn't offer that if people wasn't doing it. I hope you guys are looking at that. When you step out the debt matrix, they wouldn't put that up there if people wasn't signing up for them. You hear me? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you got to be nuts. But you better not say that to the person that's going to do it, because they want that shiny depreciating object that bad. A depreciating car. SR, someone taking out 112 on a car is going to be paying their entire thing for 5 years after the car blew up because they ain't got, exactly. You don't have any money if you're signing up for a 112-month car loan. 12 years on a car. But remember this, people don't talk about the length of their car loan. So when you're at work and somebody rolls up with a new car, they don't really say, hey, they tell you what a great deal they got, how maybe their monthly payments, but they don't say, yeah, I'm in it for 12 years. I'm in it for 9 years, 8 years, 7 years. They don't say that. They just say, it's nice, look at it. My payments are only this, and I got it at this interest rate. That's about the only thing they're going to share with you. Oh, man. Hyphy, it's way more than that. Oh, no. A person like that, let me tell you guys something, okay? Just like what I shared with you guys yesterday. A person that's paying that long in car loan, they're paying regular insurance and they're paying gap insurance. Okay? Because they only sell gap insurance to people who don't know. And gap insurance, for those of you that do not know what gap insurance is for people that owe more on their car than what it's worth. So if they get in a car accident and total out the car, say like the car was worth 10,000, but they owed 20. Yeah, believe it or not, there's people that owe double than what the car is worth. That believe that that's true. Okay, that is true. Some people are in cars that are worth $10,000 and they owe 20. Gap insurance is supposed to fill in that gap. So just in case if they crash, total out the car, the bank pays the 10, and then the gap insurance is supposed to fill in the other 10. That's what they say. So they're driving around making payments on a car that's not even worth the payment that they're paying, but they don't know it. Gap insurance is on top of your regular insurance. Okay, that's an addition. Hey, Mark, full coverage? No, I don't have full coverage on my truck. You guys see my truck? I don't have full coverage on it. No, I have liability. So if I hit somebody, I trust my own driving record, okay? And I can afford to replace my vehicle if I crash it. Okay, so if I hit somebody, my insurance will cover whatever their vehicle is, their injuries and blah, blah, blah. But my car is not covered. I have to repair my own car. I have uninsured motorists. So just in case somebody hit me and they don't have insurance, my insurance pays for me to fix my car or whatever, right? But they'll go after the money from the person that's uninsured. Okay, I don't have full coverage. And I'm maxed out my deductible. So most people, they have $250 deductible. The lower the deductible, the more in your premiums, okay? So I max out at $1,000. All my premiums are low. I have liability coverage. I don't need, because I own my car. If you're making payments, you have no choice but to have full coverage, because the bank wants to protect their investment, because they're just letting you drive their car if you're making payments, okay? So they want full coverage on their stuff. They don't want that depreciating object. You do, but just in case if you wreck it, they're getting paid. Got it? So you don't need full coverage if you own your car. But if you're making payments, you don't have that option, okay? That option is not there for you, okay? SR, and they have to pay the full coverage, no minimum for them. Nope, car insurance, cool. You're welcome, Mark. Good question, man. Appreciate the question. SR, the greatest, the least insurance with the highest deductible. Exactly. With the highest deductible. So if your company goes to 1,000, you push it to 1,000. I haven't come across I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but I've never come across a car insurance company that went to 1,500. Because if mine went to 1,500, I would push it up to 1,500. Because when you're financially free, you always have money in the bank, always. Because you're not hardly spending any of it, because you have no debt. So you're not paying interest on anything. Interest are the holes in your bank account. Okay. The earlier tax thing that I wasn't even including interest on whatever you're paying on. So I'm not going to get too deep in that. No. But anyway, Melanie, my son is in college and I applied for a credit card to help build his credit and was denied because of his student loan debt being that he is still enrolled. Should I have gone against him? No, I think that's a good thing not to give your son a credit card. That's a blessing. Don't give him no. Nope. No credit cards, especially at that age. No, sir. No. Nope. When your kid gets out of college, he got turned down because the college loans are in his name. Hopefully they are. I really hope they are. Oh, USA does? Take it up to only, again, SR, if you're financially free, take it to 1,500. Your premiums are going to go even lower, okay, because you're shifting risk. But if you're financially free, you're going to have $1,500, okay? I haven't hit nobody. Hey, me personally, I've never hit anybody in a car. I've never hit anybody. I'm going to trust my driving records. I'm almost 50. I'm going to go with my side of luck. Okay, I'm gonna go with it's in my favor. Yeah, Melanie, keep him in the kid's name too. What's the best way for him to build his credit? It is to have a credit card, Melanie. I'm just saying right now at his age, I don't think it's a good idea because he doesn't know yet. Let him pay his right now is not a good age because he's not going to understand. I tell you what, this will answer your question even more, Melanie. If you can send your child to my videos and he understands my videos, great, get him one. But if he says, oh, LJ's crazy, he doesn't know what he's talking about, that's not how we do things, don't get him a credit card, okay? That's what I say. That's the easiest way to determine it. Yeah, he's 22 too. I'm telling you this, Melanie, I woke up at age 40, okay? All right. And yeah, SR, just like SR said, don't ever do a Parent Plus loan. That's going to ruin you and your kids' relationship. Don't ever do that. Now, if you still want to pay for their loans because you feel bad that you didn't have college money for them, make the payments for them. Okay, if you choose to do that, hey, son, daughter, I'll make your payments. But if they mess up in school or they have a fallout with you or whatever, You can say, oh, you're going to treat me like that? Okay, I ain't making the payments no more. You're going to treat me with respect, period. Hey, he's 22, Melanie. You can't stop him, okay? If he wants to apply for a credit card, the only thing you can do is say, hey, son, don't do that. But he's a legal adult. You cannot stop him. Okay, because what he's gonna do is do just like most of Americans. He's gonna graduate. He's gonna see how large those student loans are, and he's gonna put them to the back burner, start calling them forever loans and all this other stupid nonsense, and keep those student loans forever. Don't do that. Of course, Melanie. The bank, check it out, Melanie. Don't be mad at the banks. The banks are into making money, not teaching people about money. I'm not mad at the banks. They got this game on lock. Okay. It's okay. They're going to continue to do that. Just like if you own a house, they're going to continue to send you letters. Hey, you got equity in your house. Come and refinance, pay off those credit cards and pay off your car. This is all money. This nothing personal. It's just business. Of course, especially at 22, you better believe they're reaching out to him. They're going to train him early. Get him on the team. Hyphy, shifting from vehicle insurance to health insurance. Any tips on self-employed individuals seeking health insurance? That's a good question. All right. I'm working on that myself. Okay. I'm going to have to come back to you on that, Hyphy. I'm writing these down because I'm going to do some research on these. And I was actually just talking to Mark about that. So I'm not going to speak on that until I have some facts, okay? But good question, Hyphy. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get some facts back on that, okay? SR, but you better be debt free before you start paying on your kid. You sure? Hey, you're right. SR, you better be debt free. If you're debt free and you have money and you want to do it because of the love of your children, that's a feeling, okay? And that's okay. It's okay. I'm not saying not love your children, but let them get the loan and you make the payments, okay? If you want to do that, do not put those loans in your name. Don't do that. Start making shirts with your quotes on, like, say no and debt is the new slavery. You know what, Red Shark? This is why I'm moving to savings minus debt. And just like Mark said, I like savings minus debt equals freedom, because savings minus debt is undeniable. It's unquestionable. Okay. Oh, I'm not, because I put that on a shirt. Oh, I ain't no slave. Debt doesn't control me. I use debt for leverage. It's so many things that people can go. Savings minus debt, you cannot deny anything. You can't say, no, that's not true. It's math. Johnny Mitchell, what's the best way to pay off home mortgage early? Johnny Mitchell, it counts on what type of mortgage you have today. Okay. That's the first question. What type of mortgage do you have right now? And I can tell you the answer. Red Shark, okay, I read that already. Principal, James Stokes. My daughter, first day of college, it was companies I never heard of giving away credit cards. Now, James, check it out. Pay attention to the big boys. They're getting them young, conditioning them young into the credit card world. Don't hate them. Don't hate on them. Learn from them. This is how you want to be rich. You learn from the big boys. Even the people, I guarantee you, even the people working for the credit card companies probably don't know. They probably have credit cards themselves. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Most people think because a person works for a bank or works for a credit card company, they somehow have more knowledge than the company itself. That's not true. Nothing has, don't make that association. Nothing has to do with nothing. I promise you, don't make that association. Hassan, there are after the early bird. Exactly. The big juicy worms. Exactly. Okay. Johnny Mitchell. Now I'm going to tell you something. I don't want you to take this personally. Okay. Don't take this personally. FHA mortgages are only for people that refuse to accept that they could not afford a home. Okay. If you knew how many fees are associated with an FHA mortgage, you would cry. Okay. The best thing I can tell you this is, Johnny, do this. Set up a consultation with me. I'm not sure. First of all, I don't know if you're debt free or not. If you're not debt free, you can't do what I'm about to tell you. Okay. You can't do it. Okay. It's impossible. But first, you become financially free. Okay. Once you're financially free, you go to the bank and refinance out of that FHA mortgage into a conventional mortgage. Okay. The reason why I say become financially free first, because when you walk in the bank, the first thing they do is check your credit report. If you walk into the bank and you have zero debt, they will know that you will not accept anything less than a top rate conventional mortgage, because they'll know that you're not in debt by looking at your credit report and be like, oh, this person ain't got no debt. They know, so I'm not going to insult them with an FHA mortgage. Okay. Because if you knew what the fees, like for example, each FHA mortgage comes with PMI, private mortgage insurance. Okay. Now I know you hear the word insurance in it and you think that's for you. It's not for you. It's for the bank. Okay. This is a fee for people that will not accept they can't afford a home, nor do they even know they can't afford a home. So they should rename it to this: PFI, prepaid foreclosure insurance, because if something happens, the first thing you're going to do is stop paying your mortgage. But they already knew you were going to do that in the very beginning that you signed the papers. Okay. Most people that stop paying on FHA mortgages, they say things like this: oh, it's going to take them a year to get me out of here. And then they got to do this and that. And that's debt talk. All right. And then that year, you've paid for that year with PMI. You've paid to get yourself out. You've paid for the lawyers to get you out, the advertising to resell the house, everything. You've already paid for it. You just don't know it. Get out of that FHA mortgage. Oh, okay, cool. This is what you do, Johnny. You go to the bank. You walk into the bank. You say, hey, I want the best top rate conventional mortgage you have to offer in this big bank. Go to the top banks. Okay. Bank of America, whatever, the big boys. Don't worry about the small boys, the big boys, right? You say, I want the best. The bank is going to say, oh, okay, you do. Here's the requirements. Here you go. Here's the list of requirements. You take that list. You look on that list. And if you meet every single one of those requirements, you're going to get that conventional mortgage. If you don't, you take that list, you leave the bank, and you don't come back until you do meet the requirements. That's when you're ready. Get out of that FHA mortgage. Get out of it. It's bad news bears. Just like, see what SR saying? Refinance into a 15-year fixed conventional. Okay? Get out of the FHA. Don't worry about paying extra, blah, 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 because all that extra money is going to private mortgage insurance, because FHA mortgages have two of them, one up front and one required through the life of the loan. Get out of that. Get out of it. Ooh, get out of that. Ooh, that's why that's my first question, Johnny. What type of mortgage do you have? And if you don't know what private mortgage insurance is, say you don't, okay? Don't be embarrassed about it. I'm not saying that you don't, and you didn't know it was there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you didn't know you were paying that, because sometimes they disguise it, okay? Okay. Some call it PMI, private mortgage insurance, and then they got hip. They start realizing people were starting getting hip to it. So they took the P and moved it to the end, moved it 2 spaces to the right, and now they call it MIP, mortgage insurance premiums. It's the same thing. They're just trying to trick you. But don't hate on them. How they say it, don't hate the game. Don't hate the game. Don't hate the game. Watch the big boys, how they do it. Johnny, that's what you do. You want to lower everything? That's what you do. Get out of the FHA mortgage. Get out of it. I had a friend that knows what I do. He just got a house. I said, what kind of mortgage are they offering you? Oh, it's FHA. They said if I can get in here, I'll stay in a few years and then I can refi it out. And I said, don't do it. Don't do it. What'd he do? He did it. When he's posting on Facebook saying, "Hey, look at this in my house," who am I to go up and rain on his parade? I got on there, "Hey man, congratulations, that's a nice house. Oh, I love this and that and blah blah blah." I'm not raining on anybody's parade. You knew going in, okay? This person knew going in. Hey, do your thing. If you're listening to my financial advice right now and you still do what you're going to do, go ahead. Hey, I just want you to know going in. That's it. That's all I'm here for. All right, that's it. Please don't forget to like this video. Free 30-minute consultation at DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. Send a date, time, your phone number, and a brief overview of your financial situation. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the like button, okay? Because that YouTube has these algorithms that they get your stuff out there more if you got a lot of likes or something. I learned that from O'Shea Duke Jackson, okay? Please don't forget to like. Appreciate it. Again, I was saying earlier, if you're a person coming in this room and you're hearing me, right, and you don't necessarily agree with what I'm saying, as long as you can disagree with me respectfully, I would love to do that. I mean, I'm just letting you know now, I got math on my side. Everything I'm saying, I'm telling and I'm showing, I can prove 100% true with math. Everything I'm saying. We'll walk out of this room knowing. Any other questions? I'm loving these Sunday session, man. You guys have some good questions. You guys are giving me some research to do. I like it. Any other question? That was a great question, Johnny. Appreciate it. Yes, I know. Yes, I know, honey. Yes, I know, darling. That's okay. We got a microwave. Is that microwave still over? Yeah, the microwave's still over there, baby. I'll just throw it in the microwave. It's not a big deal. Woo! Any other questions? Red Shark, secured credit cards are horrible. Red Shark, check out my video on unsecured credit cards, okay? I go into detail about that. Once you see that video, you will know, okay? You will know that's a no-no. That's another bank money making. The banks are king at this. They just got this. I respect big banks. I respect them. I totally respect them. They make money out of thin air. Money is not real for those in debt. Money's not real for people in debt. It's not. If I can't get a credit card. That's a good question. Because that's how I build my credit. I have a credit card and I use it to buy everything. But let me look that up. I put that on my Red Shark. I put that on my list to look up. Build credit without a credit card. You guys giving me some stuff to study, man. Man. Red Shark, do you have any credit cards right now? And what's your purpose of building your credit for? Tell me that, Red Shark. Why you want to build your credit anyway? That's true. SR's right. You don't need credit to buy a house. You can do what's called manual underwriting. Many banks, you got to tell them that though, just to be in good standing with what? For who? The credit gods? Who you want to be in good standing with? Equifax, Experian, TransUnion? Traditional underwriting. Listen to see the SR. Perfect. He is exactly right. You want to worship the credit gods, Red Shark? Oh, mighty credit gods, please bestow upon me a great credit score. I'm just messing with you, man. Yeah, you got to be debt free. I use Red Shark. This is why I have a credit card. I don't need it. I just use it for convenience. So I use it I use number one for security, right? I could shop anywhere I want to shop, and then I don't have to worry about the security of the businesses that I shop. So if my credit card information gets hacked at a store, I just say, hey, credit card company, that wasn't me. They cancel the credit card, credit me for whatever the wrong purchase, the invalid, the you know what word I'm trying to say. Anyway, and then they just send me a new card, right? And also so I can rent cars and, just rent hotel rooms, shop online. It's just, whatever. It's just convenience. My last week, my credit card got hacked. Somebody spent $59 on something. And I said, hey, and I got alerts on my credit card. So every time I swipe it, I get an alert, right? And so once that happens, I just cancel it, get a new one, and it's done. That's why I don't use my debit card anywhere, because I don't want that to happen. Do you prefer mutual funds over Johnny Mitchell? I don't really go into anything outside of personal finances. Okay. I just know how to pick the right financial advisor. I teach you how to pick the right financial advisor to give you the right advice. Okay. I don't personally know, nor do I give advice on anything investing outside of yourself. Okay. SR looking to mutual funds because they are a blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's for Johnny. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? These are good questions. All right, we're about an hour and a half here. If you enjoy these sessions, email me, let me know. I'll keep them going, maybe at different times, whatever. Please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want a detailed financial plan teaching you how to get out of debt, DebtAintMyDaddy at gmail.com. I see you, Mark. DebtAintMyDaddy. Yeah, I'm going to have her stop writing in this room because nobody tells me what to do. Nobody. DebtAintMyDaddy at gmail.com for your free 30-minute consultation. Leave a date, time, and your phone number, and a brief overview of your financial situation. Oh, why is this the only one, SR? Super Bowl Sunday, football Sunday, whatever. You can always catch the replays too, though. But I know the lives are more fun because you get to join in and stuff like that. That is fun. You better say. I'm going to get teased. Do I look like that kind of dude, man? I don't let no woman tell me what to do. All right. I'm not even that type of dude. I know. That's true, SR. You're right. You're right. Without even saying a word, Oh, man. Thank you guys. During the week, they are too early for me. Okay, SR during the week. Okay. Oh boy. Looks like I'm about to block somebody. Let's see. How do I block here? Oh, my block is broke. God dog it. It's broke. It's broke. It's your rate, sonch. You know what, Johnny? Those are usually discussed during the consultation because I'll just tell you right now. I have three right now. One is $149. The second one is $399, and the last one is $999. Okay, but it all counts on your financial situation. So your financial situation will tell me which one works best for you. Okay, so and during our conversation, during the consultation, I'll know right away which one's going to fit you, and I'll explain to you what is done in each. Okay, that's the best way I can describe. I don't have a site up yet, but I will. This is more and more people are coming to me, and it helps me design. Because before, you come out with your own business, you start putting the cart in front of the horse. But I don't know what the people want from me first. But now I'm starting to know what people want. So now I know exactly what I'm gonna put on my site and all that other stuff. So plus I'm slowly switching my site from DebtAintMyDaddy to SavingsMinusDebt. Okay, it's much more simple, and it's undeniable. It's it's just saving minus debt. It's math. People are going to be like, hey, your math is either wrong or right. So I'm slowly transitioning. So, but anyway, like I said, reach out to me, Johnny, at my email address, and then we can just get started right away. Get on the phone, 30 minutes, and then I'll know right away, and I'll discuss all that stuff with you. Okay. Any other questions before we get off here? That's an hour and a half. Appreciate it. You're welcome, Johnny. Thank you very much for everyone participating in this Sunday session. All right. And if you don't forget to I have a donation link under each and every one of these videos. So it doesn't matter how much, $5, $10, whatever. It doesn't matter the amount. And then put in a note. Maybe you have a question, or maybe you just want to tell me something about how I've changed your life, right? Yeah, if you go to Google, you'll see all my videos right away. I'm the only one you're going to find if you just say pound. You just Google, like I typed earlier, Google. And you'll find me right there too. Norvell, DebtAintMyDaddy is a catchy name. I do, you know what, Norvell, I do like DebtAintMyDaddy. I have DebtAintMyDaddy and I have Food Ain't My Daddy, okay? But DebtAintMyDaddy, people can just say, yeah, Debt ain't my daddy either. It was meant to be funny so they can see, but some people actually take offense to it. It's just crazy. Savings minus debt is you can't involve your feelings into it. It's just math. You know what I'm saying? So, but SR, thank you. Norvell, thank you. Mark, take care. Johnny, Licia Walls, thank you for participating. SR. All right, you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Go enjoy your football, or if you watch football and all that good stuff. All right. Thank you. All right. See you later.